Hey, it's been fun. Talk some battle stuff. We'll let everybody start. Everybody's starting to pile in, so we'll let that happen. Thank you, everybody, for pulling up again for another Thursday night pre-battle. We figured if ESPN could do it, why can't we? So
Absolutely.
For real.
And while everybody pulls in, real quick for anybody ghost watching or who is new tonight, myself, Area 13 right next to me underneath him, Bulldog, we've been making this thing where we do battles on Friday nights over at Bulldog's channel, where we like to say making battles fun again. And on this week's battle, we have none other than the man right underneath me right here, Dylan, got kicks. And boy, does he got kicks.
Salutes, Dylan. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for pulling up tonight, Dylan. And I know you're competitive. The man you're going against tomorrow would have loved to be up here, but he had some family obligations tonight.
Yeah.
But he will be here tomorrow, and that is D got juice.
Real D got juice.
Real D got juice. There we go. I knew I was going to say it wrong, so
Pretty close.
it's not my fault. I wanted to go play handball instead of go to school. But like I said, these battles are strictly for fun. Whether you win or lose, tomorrow, the following day, you wake up the same. So anybody is welcome to participate if they'd like to. Just get in touch with one of the three of us. It's every Friday, 9:00. We battle, the battles are to 5, so it's nothing crazy. So it doesn't matter if you have 1 trillion shoes or 20 shoes. It doesn't matter. It's the beauty of the battle being 2-5. Plus, nobody gets into fistfights over a battle to 5. Just saying.
Yeah.
Hey, you'd be surprised though. There's some people out there like, you motherfucker.
Yeah.
I know some people they like to pretend like as if they're gonna lose their entire sneaker collection if they
Right.
this battle, which is why we really make sure the battles are for fun. That's why we don't really try to put money into the aspect because people act different then. So this is strictly just another fun way for us to have fun with our sneakers.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
I see the chat is rolling on in. We'll do a quick road call, and then we'll get into the battle. Into any battle questions, battle stuff. We got none other than Ghost Rider.
Salutes.
KB.
We got our boy Eagle fans with the
Eagles.
funniest nicknames around. What up, Eagle? My Cowboys brother, Iggy. What up, Iggy? The OTC himself, Will Roman. What up, OTC? Ghost Rider said, yo, how y'all doing? Yeah, that's line of me now. I'm saying y'all. Yo, what up, Jesus? We got Jesus up in the building.
I'm trying to connect my YouTube to the chat.
What up, Will Wrestling? Salute, brother.
What up, Will?
Oh, well.
I'm gonna start calling him the LeBron pass.
Sheesh.
Give him the LeBron pass. I figured I had to give it to one person. It should be him. We got Bulldog.
Oh shit! Raiders.
The man who mollywops people with chairs. One half of the heel squad tag team champions of the world, Mr. Old School.
Salutes, Mr. Old School.
We got Mr. Sheridan up in the building. What up, family?
Mr. Sheridan, salutes.
We got one of our judges for tomorrow night, none other than Culture Soldier up in the building. What up, Culture?
Culture.
And the man who's sweeping the nation, none other than Street Sweeper, is my brother from another mother. What up, Street Sweeper? Man, I'm telling you, wait till we get Street Sweeper on here one of these Friday nights to do a battle. One of the most fun guys I had a battle with back in the day when I was doing the Discord battles.
Oh, that's cool.
We got Stillmatic 2001. What's goody Stillmatic?
Yo.
We got none other than Mo Money. What up, Mo?
Mo.
Salute.
Salute, Mo.
We got so much soul. He had to say it twice, man. We just had to say it twice.
So,
What's goody soul? See if I'm missing anybody. Yo, there he is.
Foam, salutes.
The Foam goats himself. What up, Foam?
Phones.
Want to make sure I don't miss nobody. Let me scroll down some more. Yo, what up, OG Brian? Definitely want to give him a special salute for filling in the other week at a last minute notice. He jumped in there, never did battle before, just said, hey, you need me, I'm there.
That was a good battle too, man. That was a real good battle.
Amazing collection, yeah.
We got Enzo and Jesse up in the building. Yo, what up, Enzo and Jesse? Salute.
Enzo, salutes.
Salutes.
We got none other than the king himself, Nubian King, up in the
King, what's going
building. What is goody? That's right. Foam said hashtag for the culture. Damn right. You know, and that's what it's about, man. Don't anybody ever think you can't do what we're doing, man. Everybody's welcomed. All you gotta do is just let us know. What Friday you free? We'll get you in there.
Yeah.
We'll even walk you through if you have technical difficulties.
Oh yeah. Ask Joe Tizzle.
No matter what it is, man, just let us know, man. We'll work it out to get you in there if you want to get in there, man. We'd love to have everybody at least go once. What up, Eric? We got Eric in the building.
Salute, Eric.
Salute.
You see Ghost Rider's comment?
Going up and down between streams like hookers. Oh, no.
Jones. Thanks, Jay.
We appreciate that, man.
Ghost Rider's the best. So, Dylan, have you had a sneaker battle before?
No, this is my first one. I've never done it.
Wow.
Nice.
I get excited when we hear we got somebody doing it for the first time.
Yeah, I mean, I was watching them for like the 2 weeks prior, or maybe 3 weeks prior, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'll do it."
Cheat that.
So looked
That's
fun.
what I'm talking about. Just said, hey, I've been watching it. I enjoy it. Why not just jump in there myself?
Right.
We got another call out in the chat.
What? Oh no.
Uh-oh. We got Foams. He said, I want to battle Rami. Uh-oh.
Oh, the phone community must have a vendetta against
For
Ryan.
real.
I think they do. I think they got a vendetta against them. Shit, yeah. I promise you, me, Arian, and Bulldog will get the schedule together so we can see what Fridays are open and what Fridays aren't,
Yep.
and get back to everybody.
Something we discussed earlier too. We will. We're gonna have to, because we have so many people asking. Open up a little section in the Discord for the battles, as far as people that want to put their name out there. We can kind of update everyone who's battling when, who needs an opponent, that kind of stuff. So we can be a little more organized as well. And I know not everyone's on Instagram or something like that. So that way, hopefully, you guys can join the Discord and get a hold of us through there as well.
Yeah, because we don't want to, double book anybody or overbook anybody either.
Yeah.
And we want to make sure we get everybody in there that wants to get in there, and just going forward too for these Thursday nights too. Let us know early in the week if both battlers are free to do this, because we just want to put a little spotlight on the battlers, the battle itself. This isn't like a normal live. We're just trying to do a little quick thing.
Yeah, build up a little hype for it,
How far ahead are y'all booked? Because I know I've seen some in the chat. Like,
Yeah, we're so honestly, we're probably into the middle towards the end of next month, but
hell yeah.
we need to reconfirm those battles. Not everyone's schedule works out,
Right.
and if something doesn't, kind of, what I'm saying, we definitely don't want to leave the people hanging on a Friday night and there's nothing. So trying to make sure we're either confirmed or we can have someone fill in if we need to. The cool thing is we're having people that are watching it and reaching out. They want to be judges. They want, like we got people like what's going on now, calling out people, which is awesome in a fun way, So it's definitely been kind of cool to see everyone reaching out and wanting to be a part of it.
Right. Yo, what up, Willie from Chicago? Just pulled up. Foamies for the homies. I want to retake that W. Uh-oh.
There you go. Foams 509. What's
What up,
his
Dr.?
name? Joe Dizzle is another person you can that has amazing SPs.
SPs, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Steve Woke. We got
Joe Dizzle might have amazing foams too. We don't know.
He has all types of shit.
Yo, Woo Pup, what's goody?
Salutes.
And we got none other than not the 1, not the 2, not the 3, but this man is a 4-time champion. That's right, it's G-Face. I gotta do the intro. It's G-Face. How do I not do the G-Face intro?
You got the shoe?
I always got a shoe nearby.
All right, perfect.
Hey, we are in the shoe room tonight. Whether it be in the
Salutes.
Whether it be in the baseball field when they should have walked his ass. They should have walked G-Face, but they learn real quick what happens if you give him the ball over that plate. This man smacked it. Go. Whether it be in the kitchen making something up delicious. Whether it be breaking me and Rob the Beard's internet. Whether it be in a sneaker battle arena. This man is not a 1, not a 2, not even a 3-time. This man is none other than a 4-time champion. Ric Flair wooing! Nature Boy, 4 Horseman status, never duplicated, never replicated. Rahus Hooligan annual back-to-back champion. We got none other than, and soon to get him on one, we got to get him in one of these Fridays. Soon to be the belt collector face.
Let's go, G.
And that's all the energy I had for today. I am shot. I tried as much as I got in me.
Hey, you got to keep going. You got more people joining. Mr. Thomas?
Mr. Thomas, the PE King, a.k.a. the PE Goat.
Chung, salutes.
Chung, we're waiting. Zhang is waiting on that call out, bro. He said you called him out. He wants to battle you, bro.
Talking, bro. Zhang's talking, bro. He said you ducking. You ducking and hiding.
We can put you guys as a double header. We can squeeze you in there. We need you up there against Zhang, bro. He's ready.
Just let us know, Chung. What's it gonna be? We got the Wolfpack's own young buck. What up, Jeremiah? Does anyone know when are the?
Yeah, I think it's the end of this month.
April,
right?
Probably
April.
Yeah,
probably, but let's just keep it on the battle for tonight. This is a pre weigh in for the battle. So anybody has any battle related stuff, let us know. any battle questions for us, for Dylan.
Where can they find you, Dylan? Just Instagram, or are you on YouTube as well?
No, I don't really have a YouTube. But yeah, Instagram. Young Stunner _.
All right.
It's my Instagram.
I'll drop it in the chat.
Cool.
Thank you. So for anybody who just pulled in tomorrow night, we got Dylan going to verse the real. I'm not even gonna butcher it. Area, say it please.
Real D got juice.
Not 9 o'clock tomorrow night over on Bulldog's platform. Maybe we'll have a double header with Zhang and Chung. Depending on Chung, we'll have to wait and see if he's free.
Chung said, "I'd rather watch battles for now."
All right,
What up, Joe?
I just dropped his Instagram in the chat there for everyone.
No, and welcome to the panel. None other than the man, the myth, the legend himself, Joe Dizzle.
What up, player?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
What up, player?
What are you guys doing? What I miss?
The potential call out. We got Foams 509 wanting to battle someone with SBs, bro. So we told them you might be his Huckleberry.
Eagle said, "Is that Jeff Hardy?"
Quick to five.
Yo, RG, the battle assassin. What up, RG?
I'm in my sneaker room, the famous sneaker room. So maybe I'll do it.
Oh yeah. Any Friday you guys are available, bro. Any Friday.
Any Friday night you guys are free. We can, just make sure. Let us know anybody who wants to get in there on a Friday night. Right there, that's Dylan's Instagram. So if you're not following Dylan, give him a follow.
And you go people, I put D's in there also, so you give them both a follow.
And that will be Dylan's opponent. Make sure you give him a follow also. Two great guys. Is it your opponent's first time battling too, or no?
I believe so.
Who, D?
Yes.
No.
No?
He and I battled over on Sneaker Supremacy Battle League before he went before he took a little time off.
What up, Nowie?
That was another one. It was just for fun. We each knew the questions ahead of time, and you know what I'm saying? Like it was just it was just he and I. We just set it up and wanted to show
Cool.
show some pairs. So
Dylan, for everybody who just pulled up or anybody ghost watching out there, if you don't mind saying it again, tell everybody what is this your first time battling or whatnot?
Yeah, it's my first time battling. I was watching for a couple weeks and it looked fun, so I was like, hell yeah! And I just hit y'all up in the chat, and now we're here.
See, never battled before, just wants to have some fun. Anybody can do it. That's why it's the 5. So that way it doesn't matter how monster or how your collection is, how many, if you have 1 trillion shoes, it doesn't matter.
You just need 9 at the most.
yeah,
9.
at most 9.
You just need 9 shoes to be able to fully do this. And I'm 99% sure everybody in the sneaker community has at least 9.
Battles is everybody has their own opinion, So, I mean, outside of like the people that like ride or like a sheep, but like more or less like the people here, they like what they like. So just because somebody pulls a Travis Scott,
LeBron,
somebody's willing to say like, "Hey man, I know majority likes it, but I don't." So you could lose that round, and that's, to me, that's what's dope, because it's not just going based off like, oh, I got this Travis Scott or whatever's hot, or this lobster or whatever the case. Everybody here has like their own style and whatever they're into, so it's like the game is fair.
Yep.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like the game is fair across the board, and that's, to me, that's dope, because that's where you want to go where the game is fair, you know. Where if somebody pulls this hype ass shoe, you know, somebody like me might say, "Hey, man, like, I'm not a fan.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I'm not a fan, you know. Sorry, and you have your own opinions, you know. And it's so diverse that you have the people who love like the old shit, the new shit, the hype shit, or not even hype. Travis's are dope to somebody, or
Right.
and LeBrons are dope to somebody, and SBs are okay. There you go. Right. So, anyways, that's my point. So it's dope. It makes it even across the board, even if you're like, oh, I've been collecting for 30 years, but it don't matter. You can come here after 1 year and still get your ass fucking smacked. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
and that's cool. Like
It's
I
cool.
like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Like, I've never battled, but I like that idea of like you're gonna get the truth out of who's watching and who's here, and it's like, man, you want to play fair, right? If you're gonna lose. If you're gonna win,
Right.
win. Don't just be like, I fucking won because of this, or I have the bigger wallet, or whatever. Fuck out of here, man. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's so dope. So,
Yeah.
You couldn't have put that better. Like that was perfect.
Yep. What up, Brian? He
What up,
says-
Brian?
Read his comment, Hunter, there for MBX.
Me and Murda stand behind P. No. Oh no. I should have known. This guy.
I believe that comment.
What up? What up, E1? So
EW
whichever
salute,
shoe answers
salute.
the question best should win the round, and it
Yeah.
helps if the battler knows about the sneakers they show.
They're not in your room.
I'm a
Right.
big fan. I'm a big fan of that.
You got to sell it, right?
I'm a
Sell
big
it.
fan. I'm a big fan of that.
Yep.
I've called out like maybe one or two guys, and I said, "Hey, we'll do a battle, but every time you pull one, you have like 2 minutes. Tell the whole history of this shoe.
Damn.
You know, not to say you should know every shoe because I don't know 300 pairs of shoes or 5 or whatever, but
Yeah.
more or less of what I have. If I pull a Jordan 12 and it's black and red, I should be able to say, "Yo, this was this game where he was sick or whatever." You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Sir Local
Nah.
is a good historian when it comes to stories like that. If you haven't seen his channel, Sir Local 187, he can break down
Sure.
shoes, bro, and tell you like he
Oh
can run,
yeah.
he can run a game on the stories on some of those Jordans for sure. Nikki Poo is another one. Yeah, she has
I like to
amazing-
see shit like that.
Yep.
That's dope.
You know, and it's fun because battle into 5. Like you said, anybody could win any day. There's no such thing as this guy's guaranteed to win. No way. You don't know what
I
the
have my water
questions
bottle.
are.
I have it down.
You don't know what every judge's opinion may be on each thing because not every question dictates that answer. Sometimes a question makes wants the judge's opinion on something. Without knowing what the question is, you don't know what it's going to be.
Now that you have all these lifelines in there too, it makes stuff interesting, bro. It makes the game,
Yep.
different. Yep. So it's pretty
It's
cool.
because the questions make you look at your collection differently. And I think my favorite thing, and I made friendships with like RG and influences. I met a lot of these guys in battles, and like I was more excited to see what they were gonna pull. You know what I'm saying? Like I wanted to see what Influence had in his bag. I wanted to see what RG had. Like that was one of my favorite battles against RG because I followed him, but I didn't really know, like, man, that man's got some crazy stuff, right? So it's like, it's really, really cool to see, one, how you look at your collection when these questions come up, but then two, like to see what guys have and why they like it and why they got it. And like Jaduza was saying, to hear the stories, not even necessarily the story about the history of the sneaker, but why that sneaker might mean something to them too. It's pretty cool.
Hell yeah. Just having something to say besides just showing the shoe works. Whether
Right.
you telling the history of the story or you telling your history to that show.
Right.
You know, one or the other. Just have something.
Right, Jimmy?
And it works.
And if anyone out there has a crazy Air Force One collection, we need to get EW against somebody.
Wow.
Man.
Claire,
That
you,
man.
Claire, you.
And then we got
Hey,
Money Fresh.
hey, I
Money
collect-
Fresh with the Jordan 1s. If anybody has the Jordan 1,
yeah. that- You know,
right?
I think that's really cool too when someone really focuses on like a specific silhouette and they have like
Joe
that
Dizzle.
range and just that silhouette is crazy too, you know? And that's really awesome.
the best questions make battlers pull sneakers that doesn't show up on everyone's IG feed. That's when the battle gets really good.
Absolutely.
You ain't wrong.
Did you
Hey, Bulldog, I have that.
Sorry, W. Did you see his next? My bad.
Oh, go ahead, Joe Dizzle. What were you saying, bro?
I have the SBs, right? But man, hanging out with y'all motherfuckers, dog, will make me want to go fucking buy some shit. Like I didn't know I wanted. And the thing is, it's dope. Like for me, like as much as I want to go, so I already went down that road, right? Where I had everything. I mean, we're talking like the Godzillas that are coming back out. I had that last retro, right? Like I had all the, and when I got rid of it to kind of focus on how I do now.
Real quick, can I interject something real quick before he finishes? Because I kind of know where this might be going. If you guys ever listen when they're talking or they show an old sneaker, this man will shoot out the year. So if you don't think he was outside during 11s and pennies and Dion's and all that, like, just know, you've seen the SBs, but he was there.
Yep.
He was there. I got to give him his flowers on that because he'll throw out some random like, bro, that was 2014. I remember I was like, I'm just like, dude, shut up. You know
Yeah.
He was at the store. He saw like everything, man. Sorry.
It was like a timestamp to me.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like that shit was a real timestamp to me where like it was always, dude, it's so crazy because like I think of memories. I think like, oh, I remember doing thank you. I remember doing A, B, and C. But then I'm like, oh, I was wearing the whatever it is. I was wearing the 6 Pistons, right? And I'm like, oh, that's fucking 2011, right? Because like the Oreo 6s, like all these shoes, like it was always like I was always there. Like I loved shit, the countdown packs, bro. Like the stories of the countdown packs, and like 2008 and all those countdown packs and like, you know, what we were doing outside of Shoe Palace for those packs and everything like that. Like, yeah, I showed the SBs, but like there were no SBs back then.
Yeah, no.
In the 90s or the late 90s or 2001, 2002, shit like that, you know? And even like the Dion's, bro, like people don't know, like there's the Raven colorway. Like Dion was on the Ravens, bro. Like, I don't know if motherfuckers know that, but he was on the Redskins.
Yeah, right, he was.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if people forget shit. Joe Montana was on Kansas City.
Right.
Randy Moss played for the fucking Raiders. Like, people forget these things that like happen because they're so focused on like one thing. But like, it's like I love the shit, man. It like I like that I was outside, you know. And I even remember like skate shops in my city, why they're not there anymore, because they were backdooring when we were trying to get the Diamond Highs in 2014 or 15 or the Lance Mountains. And now those fucking shops are done, right? Shit like that. Like
Salute, Chilltown.
It's so dope. Chilltown, what up, player?
Let them know, Joe Dizzle. LeBrons were fire at 1.2 over Jordans. Let them know, bro.
What up, Ryder? I wouldn't go that far.
Oh, come on. Big Bangs, Miami Nights,
South Beach.
South Beach. Those were a hot commodity, bro.
South Beach was crazy.
Those are fire. Those were fire.
Now Jordan's, none of us are here right now talking about.
You had the hardwood classics. The whole LeBron 7 game was nasty.
Yeah.
Like Mayer back in the day, he used to show all those, but that whole hardwood classic, 112s, fucking the breast cancer awareness that we're not made in fucking men's, but he had the fucking size 9.5. Like that whole line, the whole I don't know LeBron that well, but like the high school he went to, St. Mary's, or like all that shit, man. That was like a time. It was, and that time was ruled by fucking LeBron, man.
Yeah.
The Stewie Fours, all that shit. Come on, dog. Like that shit was crazy. You
He's
know what I'm
already
saying?
he's turning purple, bro. I think we need to stop Joe Dizzle. Hunter's gonna puke, I think, bro.
My bad.
Hey, Lanier,
Hey, you know what?
outfield for me.
Hey, fuck LeBron.
Thank you. I heard that. That I heard.
I'm over here pumping him up. I don't have no LeBrons. I used to, but
It was the time, bro. That was
You
the
said
time.
it. You said it for me. I didn't have to ask you how many LeBrons you have in your collection, Joe Dizzle.
I don't have any LeBrons neither, but back when I was younger, my buddy had the South Beach. I think they were LeBron 9s. Those were tough. I like those.
the retro of LeBron 8 South Beach. I had to get that. And I those were house slippers to me. I wore those when I watched the Lakers. I had is it Media Day with the flip. I had the Dodger pair. I had the Big Bangs when they came out. But the LeBron 9s, like the China and like the the Cannons and all, like the Scarfaces, all those LeBrons, man, they were dope. They were dope.
Scarface. I haven't heard of that. I'm gonna look those up.
Yeah, it was the black and white pair, kind of like the Scarface Air Force One.
Oh
We
shit.
just had the other night when Chilltown joined us and pulled out crazy presentation of some LeBrons, just older classics, and I mean, dude, just Grail status LeBrons. You know what I'm saying? So
The Scarfaces are crazy looking.
hey, there's D.
What up, D?
There's our other battler for tomorrow.
Chilltown has, I know he has this pair because I remember years ago when he showed it on a whole different stream or live or whatever the fuck years ago, COVID, I think. And I remember this. I didn't know Chilltown, but he had I want to say it's the Kyrie 6, but where he it's like dedicated to his mom. And there's a white pair and a black pair with the roses on it. It's like crazy fucking limited. I know you hear me, Chilltown. I don't know the name. It's a Kyrie 6. And there's a white pair and a black pair, I think. It's like a Valentine's kind of style. Has like roses and hearts on it and shit. It's fucking fire, bro. Like ridiculous fire. And he has, I think he has one or both, maybe both. Chilltown, help me out before I start sounding crazy.
Yeah, we're like 30 seconds delayed. He'll comment right now. There it is.
He said those are the sneaker room Kyries.
There you go.
So Dylan, is there anything you're hoping for tomorrow?
One second. My bad. My son's like blasting music. I'm sorry. My bad, kids, man. But I mean, not really. Just looking to have fun, see some crazy shit that I haven't seen in a while. Just really just to have fun. I ain't really looking for nothing specific. Other than
Dylan, do you have a specific like collection style, or is there a certain silhouette that you?
So I like all Jordans 1 through 14, and I like a lot of SB Dunks, like low tops.
Nice.
So
Okay, low top SBs. And when you said Jordan 1 to 14, how come you don't really care for the other numbers afterwards, or?
not really. I've never really owned any. I just 1 through 14. I've always liked those.
How do you feel about there being lifelines in the battle? Is that something that you and D want in your battle? Is that something you guys don't want?
Yeah, I mean that was pretty dope because like the other night when I think the question was your most reflective or 3M shoe or something, and then Rami before he even went, he seen what's his name pulled out. I'm sorry, I forgot his name, but he was like, I want a lifeline, I want to do the switch.
Yep.
So all his likes, that was pretty cool. So
Yep.
It adds a twist, like a good twist to it.
What up,
Cool.
Pam?
Yep. So yeah, you will have the, like I said, as long as you guys want it, man, you guys will have the lifelines for your battle tomorrow. Just remember though, you don't know what lifelines you may have. They may be different.
Right.
All we can tell you is that you'll have 3 lifelines. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less than that. That's the most information we can tell you. Because, like we told everybody last week, the lifelines will change, or maybe they won't change. You don't know. But they can change every week. So that way, no battler will know.
D said he's good with the lifelines.
He
How
said
many
keep
rounds?
the lifelines.
Salutes to Hollywood Ham. He's in the chat joining us tonight. Salutes, man.
What up, Ham?
There
What
you
up,
go,
man?
LeBron's right there. That
Yeah,
man will
there's
pull
LeBron,
out,
yeah.
that man will pull out a Kentucky 9. Fucking crazy.
We need him
But
up here.
most people are gonna be like, "Yo, no one gives a fuck." But that fucking shoe's crazy, dog. Like, and I don't even like that shoe like that. But that shit's crazy.
You gotta know.
Like,
If you know about
yeah,
it,
you
it's
gotta
crazy.
know.
It
Like,
is.
yeah, you gotta know what that shit is. Fucking crazy. Or like the Fairfax and all those shit, man. It's man,
Yeah.
What a time. What a time.
The battle's the first to hit 5 wins. Okay, he said, how do the lifelines work? Can you use all 3 or just 1 per battle?
Use all 3.
You can use all 3 one time at any point, and the way it works is right after the 3, 2, 1 and both battlers show their shoe, that's when, if you want to use one of the lifelines, you say, you throw it out there, bam, I want to use my lifeline, and then we'll ask you which lifeline, and then you hit us with it.
Yep.
But it's got to be right after the 3, 2, 1, and you both show your shoes. If you don't do it right then, you can't use it. You'll have to wait to the following round. Now, last week's battle, there was only 1 lifeline out of the 3 that both battlers were able to use at once. Now, I'm not saying that's going to be in this week's battle, but if there is something where a battler could throw a lifeline out and then the other battler in the same round could then overtake his lifeline by throwing the same lifeline out, we will let you know before the battle starts. Otherwise, it's whichever battler calls out to use their lifeline first. If you guys decide to use any of your lifelines, like in last week's battle, both battlers they only used 1 out of the 3 lifelines. So you're not forced to use the lifeline. It's only if you decide you want to. It's strategy. Whatever you think is better for your strategy.
Come up. Like if you say pull a blue shoe and I don't have one, I can say lifeline.
Well, depending on what the lifeline is, yes.
3 lifelines before it starts.
Yes.
So before we started, what were they last week?
So all right, and like I said though, every week the lifelines change, but for last week's battle, the 3 lifelines were one was knockout, where if you know your judges, if you know the judges, you could use that lifeline to say this judge can't go, and you can knock them out. So, like for instance, if you get a question where you're pulling out a LeBron shoe, and I'm judging.
Hold on. Doesn't that sound a little crazy though to use that lifeline? Because then I'm already assuming that judge is kind
Gonna
of
pick a different shoe.
already on someone's side, right?
No,
Well,
so you ask a question, I pull a Jordan 3, and you pull an SB. Hunter favors 3s.
You may not want me to judge that.
Hunter's not in this one. That's all.
So I get it.
You can knock me out that round. I hate LeBron. I'm not. It's very rare you're going to get me to pick a LeBron. So
let me ask you this: if somebody pulls a LeBron and somebody pulls a shoe, and let's just say outside of what you like, but it answers the question way better. Let's just say the fucking question is, show me a LeBron that's fucking orange.
Question
or show me a shoe that's orange. And this guy pulls whatever your favorite shoe is, fucking Ghostbusters times Scooby-Doo times Power Ranger Puma, but the bitch ain't orange. And then somebody pulls an all orange LeBron.
The LeBron wins.
But will you pick the LeBron?
Absolutely, I picked the
Okay,
question.
so that's what I'm saying. So you don't necessarily favor somebody just because.
No.
Okay.
I won't favor the LeBron. I won't favor against the LeBron just because it's the LeBron. But not every question dictates that answer. Not, a lot of questions are the judge's opinion. So if you get that kind of question and a judge hates a shoe you need to use, that's a great time to knock that judge out for the round, so you don't have to worry about it.
And again, that's last week's.
But that's also last week's battle. You don't know if that lifeline
Last
will be available.
week's, yeah.
Like last week's one of the lifelines last week was Freaky Friday, where it swapped. So if Joe Dizzle, you and Dylan were battling, and you pulled Freaky Friday, and Dylan got the votes for that round, you actually won it then, Joe Dizzle, instead of Dylan. Because Freaky Friday it's swapping. So whatever both you guys picked,
I would have had to pull that lifeline before I knew the question.
No. You get to hear, the question.
You see your opponent's shoe, and then you can.
Yeah.
Oh shit! After the whole fact.
Yes. So you're gonna hear a question.
So
then we're gonna go 3, 2, 1. Both battlers at the same time are gonna show their shoe.
And then you can use your
That's
lifeline.
when you hit them if you want to hit them with a lifeline.
Because again, we're trying to do things that haven't happened in the past, to where other battles you couldn't use all three, or you couldn't use, it was always premeditated, like you had to do it beforehand. Like, so we're trying to find different ways to make this a little more interesting, switching them up every week, just trying to make it a little different.
I'm asking a lot of questions, man.
No. Listen, this
everybody's
is
like,
good.
shut the fuck up, Joe Dizzle.
No, this is what we want.
No.
Listen, this is not a regular live for us to unbox shoes. No. This live is for sneaker battle stuff. So I'm happy that you're asking these questions, because you know what?
Yeah.
I guarantee you, everything you ask, one or if not more than one person, at least 3 people are in the chat that maybe didn't want to ask it, but were thinking about it. That haven't seen a battle yet. What up, Ref?
And just so they know too, like, we have a separate chat with the battlers prior to, so we do discuss some of the rules, how many questions they want to go, but also if they even want lifelines, or if they don't, if they just want straight battle, that's on to them too. So again, we're just trying to make it a little different, little fun. So.
And remember, it's for, this is all for fun. It's not about winning or losing. It's just about having some fun with your collection.
D's asking questions. He asked a question in the chat there. He asked if you guys would want to go to 7.
Let me see where he is. What up, my man from
Jason?
Red Hard Country? Let me see, where are we, D?
Salute to Ref Kicks is in here.
Yes, sir.
A question or like an option where
what up, 6 Day?
Or part of the a lifeline. You guys should. I don't know if I should tell you this offline, but you guys should run one where it's like if it's and then you're like, my lifeline is like, we got to run it back one more time, like one more, like you get. It's almost like you don't get it. You don't get to win. Right, like I don't know how to say it, bro. That's it. My mentality is like, nah, fuck that. Right, like we're gonna run it back one more. I don't know. Are you thinking?
Wait, so Joe Dizzle, if you got a crazy idea for a lifeline, don't say it now. Talk to us after it.
Bro. He just legit took your knockout to like level 1000 by being like, all right, we're gonna knock out the battle. Like, this did not happen.
Yeah. My lifeline is you know when you're playing your cousin back in the day, Nintendo, and he beats you, and you just fucking turn the game off.
You just hit the power button and hit reset.
Because you're all sour, you're like, fuck this game. I want that to be my lifeline. Sour ass Joe Dizzle, fuck this game, man. Cheat. The whole shit's over.
He said he likes that lifeline.
You know you did that back in the day when you were a kid. Come on, stop playing.
Everybody did it at least once. I'm not hearing. I ain't hearing any different. All right, so
Power off on
D,
this? Come on.
you're asking to go to 7. Dylan,
Yeah, I'm fine with whatever, man.
Bulldog, area. It's up to you guys also. So Bulldog, what happened when you got up was
I was gonna say on the 7. I said we just keep it at 5 because the judges, we have judges with the time constraints as well. You know, doing stuff with their families, and like we said earlier, we're gonna try to bring the winners and the people that not, you know, I don't want to say losers or whatever, to battle in that category too. So they'll be coming back again, you know, hopefully. Running back, what were you saying, bro?
that was it.
Okay. That's just my opinion. I don't know.
Yep, Hab Ref's in here. Ref, we gotta get you up here one of these Fridays.
What up, Ref?
Yeah, what would happen if like me and him are about to show, or we show our shoe and we both say Lifeline at the same time? What are you gonna like flip a coin?
Well, we haven't had that up. That actually hasn't happened yet, luckily.
You're muted,
Am I
Joe.
right? Oh no, I'm not. Am I?
Oh, there you are. There you are.
No, you're good.
Is Rep the guy with the he has a dope ass Adidas collection?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, I've seen that guy. Yeah. Salute, player. What's up?
So, Dylan, you want to
D's negotiating. He said, if not 7, how about 6?
I mean, we
It's
can
a
run 6.
lifeline already.
Yeah, there you go.
He's using a lifeline.
Yeah, you got to get the lifelines before you use it.
So are you good with 6, Dylan?
Yeah, I'm cool with whatever,
Alright.
man.
All right, perfect. Area Hunter.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Bro, I just hosted till 11 and we went 21 last week. Yeah, I can handle 6.
Yeah.
Rounds. What's the time on 11 rounds?
Oh man.
I think it was like
Like
2
I-
2 hours and 45 minutes for the
It
whole
was
battle.
like
I think.
2.5 hours. 2 hours, 40 minutes, the whole show.
And then the first to 5 is an hour. Like usually it's an hour and under. We did a 45 minutes. I think the previous one. So it's in and out real quick. Not too bad.
Two of you hanging out. I mean, I hung out Saturday, right? We were all the kind of, but okay.
Oh, he said Dylan might KO me 5-0.
Nah.
See that's the fun of it, man. See, just being able to joke around and say stuff like that. See, that's why it's for fun.
Hunter,
No-
what happens when you go to 5? Any problems arise when you go to 5 as opposed to 11? Let them know what happens when you go to 5.
So at 5, I have never seen people trying to choke people out. I'm gonna meet. Yo, where do you live? I want to meet up with you after this battle the next day, and
Oh man.
I'm squatting up. You're squatting up, and we're gonna meet up
Right.
and rah.
Now you
You know,
curse. It's going to happen
know why?
tomorrow night.
you know
Oh
why?
no.
You know why? The time's not invested, bro. You have half an hour invested. When you invest 3 hours, you're like,
Oh,
man, fuck this.
Oh,
I
you
better
start
win."
getting antsy, you know. Now, you know, to 5, you don't give a shit which way a judge. You're not taking that personal.
Yeah.
But battle for 3 hours, like, yo, I'm gonna be damned if that question was show me the best Spider-Man shoe, and I showed you a shoe with Spider-Man on it, like, and he's like this, hanging out, saluting you, and then you pulled out, say, the Jordan 1 Spider-Mans that you didn't even know they were the Spider-Mans if you didn't tell somebody. Like, you know, you may feel a certain way, but when you battle to you battle to smaller numbers, it's fun. You're not like looking to choke somebody out whether you win or lose. It's for fun. You have fun. You see a big respect between both battlers.
And what happens the next day?
They're still friends. They're still and nothing changes. Nobody.
I'm mad at everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no.
Thumbs down.
I'm down at everybody.
Nobody's in
I'm
17
fucking reporting. everybody.
inboxes like, yo, I should have won that battle, right?
He's like reporting.
Bro. Shit, I couldn't tell you how many times I had people in my inbox after a long battle. Yo, don't you think I should have won this question, that question, this question?
Oh man, for
You
real.
almost
you see it?
Emotional.
Do you see this? Did you see Jesus crush comment? Jesus Christ. I remember that.
Oh dang,
Where
Jesus.
you almost
I'm
want to.
looking. I'm looking.
I don't think you want to lose, but you almost want it to come down to that, man, because then it's like that's the best part, that like you're hanging out, and then you're doing the shoot thing with somebody who's like, it's going back and forth. You don't want to just fucking sweep somebody. Where's the fun in that shit?
Yeah. And here's another another point Hunter came up with, like Dylan, bro. He's never came up or battled, and he's like, hey, I'll go in there. It's pretty fun. So that's the other thing, it brings people up that never came up.
But he also has fucking bricks sitting behind him and shit like that. I don't have those. So
Okay, so this is a perfect question for someone who's new to this, isn't really sure about what's going on right now. So he said, "Wait, what happened? How does the battle work? What is the rules of this?" So a sneaker battle is simple. You're gonna have a bunch of people on. You're gonna have 8 people on a panel judging. Well, 7 people judging, 1 a host, and 2 battlers. Whoever is the judge for that round asks a question, and then the host will ask. I'm sorry, that. All right, let me start that over. A question gets asked. The 2 battlers will pick their best shoe in their collection to answer that question. Then both battlers will show their shoes, and the judges will vote on which battler they think had the better choice.
Answer the question. That answer the question.
And then the lifelines are just something that helps make the battle more fun. They're little gimmick type things that you can use to strategically change things the way they go, and you do not know what the lifelines will be. The only thing you know is that there's going to be 3 lifelines that the 3 of us up here will make one of each week. And that each battler will get to use all 3, one of the 3, 2 of the 3, or none of the 3 throughout their battle. And we do the battles to 5, so that way nobody's trying to choke nobody out. It's not meant to be a 17-hour thing. Just have some fun on a Friday for a little while, and then, hey, anybody want to hang out and kick it after the battle? We usually do. Some judges have work, got to dip out. So we try to respect everybody's, it's Friday night. A lot of people have plans. So it's kind of perfect also. So if anybody has stuff they got to do, well, they can still battle and go do whatever they have for the night.
For sure.
And we know a lot of people are asking about, hey, I want to judge this and that. Listen, when it comes to that, we will let keep letting us know if you do. And whenever weeks we have where we don't have a judge, we will absolutely reach out to one of those.
Area brought up a great point as well. He might, you guys might see a Discord section for the battles, so stay tuned for that as well.
Yes. So if you want to battle, just go into the Discord. There's going to be a section. Say, hey, blah blah blah. I want to battle. I'm free this Friday. And I don't mean as in tomorrow. I mean like whatever the Friday is, you're free to do it. Put it in put it in that section in the Discord. And like Ariel was saying before, every week we make a special little chat on IG where we put where it's the three of me, Area, Bulldog, and the two battlers, and we talk about whatever's going to happen for that week, and then if both battlers are available or one battler at least is available, and it's cool, we'll do a Thursday night live. We may not always do a Thursday night weigh-in. If the battler is, if one of the if neither battler wants to do a weigh-in, you don't have to do it. Then we won't do it. But as long as one of the battlers is free and wants to do a weigh-in, we'll do it every Thursday night for them. We don't mind. This is to put more eyes and to answer any battle questions, which is why we're trying to keep it just, it's only about sneaker battle stuff tonight. So anybody in the chat who was asking when something drop in or stuff like that, we're not ignoring you. We're just trying to keep this on the sneaker battles.
But it is dropping tomorrow.
There you go.
The sneaker battle is tomorrow night, 9 o'clock.
Dude, D just called me out in the chat. Come on, man.
Put it in the Discord, D. Put it in the Discord.
Oh no.
Hey, one of you guys got to give me like a class on that Discord, bro. I'm trying.
For sure.
Like I just man. So.
It's just an extra way to get a hold of people on there too.
No, I understand that.
What up, Gorilla?
There's some things I don't really know about.
Good girl.
So like when you post something or something like that, you don't know where it came from or who likes it. You don't know. It's kind of like anonymous.
No, it shows your name.
No, it shows your name.
What if somebody interacts with you on that?
What up, Revolution?
You don't know that
little
person?
emoji on the bottom. They can.
But it doesn't say where it came from.
Yeah, are you doing it on a phone, like a cell phone? So if you see somebody liked your post on your phone, like they hearted or whatever, just hold the heart, and that will pop up who liked it or who hearted it. Just hold the emoji they hit. You know what I mean?
That was one of my bigger questions. I was just like,
who's hating my post?
I was gonna start doing this, like, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, we would all know.
No,
Yeah,
shit.
we'd already know who did it anyway. We didn't.
Yeah.
No, I'm fucking with you. Come on. Maybe. So what time are you guys? What time are you guys doing that tomorrow?
6 your time. 6 your time, Joe Dizzle.
Oh yeah, 6 o'clock your time, Joe Dizzle. 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock Eastern. 6 o'clock
Pacific.
And whatever time zones are in between that, good luck. I could barely get Pacific and Eastern right.
80 standard or whatever central.
What he said.
Y'all figure it out. Yeah.
689. 689. Yep.
9 o'clock New York time. 6 o'clock California time.
Texas.
Anything in the middle, figure
it out.
Whatever time it is now would have started an hour and a half ago. It'd probably be over.
Right.
Go into the story on Instagram and click the thing, and it'll pop up.
You would have missed it tomorrow night.
It'll show your time frame once it's up.
Figure out where Dylan's from, where you at? Where your time zone?
Maryland. Well, I live in Eastern.
Oh, gotcha, Maryland. Cool.
DMV.
You grew up there in Maryland?
Yeah, I grew up like 40 in the middle of DC and Baltimore. It's called Frederick, Maryland. I'm like 50 minutes to DC, 35 to Baltimore.
Have you been into how long have you been into sneakers? Like what brought you into sneakers?
Ever since probably like 5th grade, my neighbor, he was like first friend I ever had, he was my best friend. He always had some crazy like Jordans and shit, and I was like, damn. And then one day I came to school, I had some fucking Team Jordans on. I got cooked. And then ever since then I was like, oh shit. So I got into shoes and started.
What year is 5th grade for you? What year?
Shit, man. I'm 27, so I have no clue, honestly.
Wow.
Team Jordans were kind of hot, bro, for a minute.
Oh, I got cooked immediately. It's like, what the fuck is them? I was like, oh shit.
Where I'm from, Team Jordans were kind of hot for a minute. I forget the year. I want to say like right before 2000, maybe 2000. But I mean, Team Jordans were kind of. They had the UNC ones, the black and red ones. Like, unless that was just me thinking they were hot. Maybe they're not.
I forgot. It might have been Spizikes or something. I had. It was Spizikes. It wasn't 6 rings. But yeah, I had like 4 Bravo ones. Yeah, and I was like, yo. I thought they were dope. They looked like 4s. And I was like, all right. And then my buddy Demonte, he was like, "Yo, you gotta take them shits off." Like, and then I started learning like the retros, and I was like, "Damn, man, I had them all laced dope and shit too. Thought I was doing something."
For dope, but there was only like 4 pair that were flying. So you had to have like
Salute, Tank.
the Cinco de Mayo
What up,
ones,
Tank?
the black ones. There was like a white pair that was like the original pair. The ones that came with like the card.
There you go.
Right, with the,
Bulldog.
And then they just started dropping like the grapes and everything else and like the infrareds and all that. And then everyone's like, all right, Stiz Likes are trash. But they had their run, man.
He said the foams. Yeah, man, I've had a lot of foams, man, like the cough drops, the pearls. That was in like 8th grade to 9th grade. I had a lot, but I sold a lot of my shoes. I got in some trouble. I had to buy lawyers and all types of shit, but I did have a lot of foams. That was like my number one for a while. I only got like 2 pairs of foams now.
There, boy.
Rather than Dub Zeros.
Yeah.
Yo, the Dub Zeros were dope, man. I had
on.
Dub Zero.
The red pair and the blue pair are fire. They still are.
Damn right.
They still are.
Dub Zeros were dope.
There's like the Dub Zeros I thought were tight. The 6 rings I thought were dope. The Concord, the Bread, the Cool Grays, maybe. I don't know. But then when they did the Son of Mars, right? It was like,
Yeah.
yeah. Rat.
Stone told me Udos is next, and he banned.
Udos is the 4th, I think, of April.
Damn. And he banned 15. Oh shit.
The winterized physics are fucking wild. that takes a special person, bro. That guy, I don't know, man. That guy might fuck you up when you're not looking. That's the type of person. RG, I love you, bro, but damn.
Oh no.
So does everybody understand what's going on with the battle? Is there any questions? Anybody not understand? And Dylan, you more than anything, you and D, is there any questions you guys have for us, since you guys are the ones that are battling tomorrow night, 9:00 on Bulldog's channel?
Nah, man. Just I've watched a couple, so I feel like I'm good.
Cool.
And like if God forbid, a question's asked and you guys don't know what the hell they're talking about in the question, just ask. We'll clarify it.
Yeah, definitely.
Because we may get a little crazy sometimes with the questions, trying to.
Dean wants to know what country siren was that.
Right.
I think it was like I don't know what the fuck it was. Ambulance something.
Yeah.
What is that movie called? That was the fucking you got one fucking night to kill everybody you want to kill type shit.
Smokey and the Bandit, right?
The purge siren.
Hey Hunter, you guys keeping track of like who's winning and shit like that? Kind of just throw it out at the end, like let's say the end of the year, something like that. Like there was 10 battles, these guys won.
Yep. And we're gonna try to team up. You know what I'm saying? Like get a couple of battles off of the winners and people on the other side of the brackets and keep it going. And then the final thing is gonna be the final boss. We haven't put it, but it's a little cool little idea where at the end of the little tournament, the winners get to battle, say for instance, area or sneakers, and then the losers get to battle either one. At the end of that tournament, King of the Hill, if you will.
Yeah, once we get everybody in there that wants to participate, we're gonna play around with it and make even more fun stuff.
Yep.
Because like at the end of the day, it's literally right in the name of it, making battles fun again. That's what it's truly about. Yo, Terrence, I'm in. Yo, what up, Terrence? And if you guys didn't see the Tuesday Night Live with Terrence as a special guest, shame on you.
Bro, you know how many Dick Tracy watches were sold that night on eBay? Probably.
Come on, stop it, dog. No,
I'm not saying one way or the other if I have a Dick coming.
He had the real Dick Tracy watch on.
This is
the
brand
vintage
new.
one.
I'm just saying he may not be the only one with a Dick Tracy watch soon. That's all I'm saying.
Tracy in a long fucking time. I don't even is Dick Tracy before Inspector Gadget?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's a yeah. Honestly, I
Tracy?
didn't know for a second.
Dick-
I would think so, but
Politician in today's time, bro. But Dick Tracy was a beast. That's
Dick
wild.
Tracy was the
he had Garbage Pail Kid toys. He had, I mean, he was all kinds of stuff. It was awesome.
yeah. Make sure you guys go back and watch that live if by some weird chance.
Terrence is laughing at us, but man, your watch is sick.
Who are the judges? Okay. All right. So D said, "Who are the
Jersey?
judges?"
Dylan, is that the New Jersey from the new drop with the bricks? He's not listening. He's like, what?
Yeah, it is Joe Dizzle. It is.
Jersey?
Yeah.
What is it? My bad.
You're a Jersey.
Yeah, it's the Nigel jersey. I was talking to my wife.
I don't even want to ask it anymore. Fuck it.
My bad. Yeah.
Area Bulldog DX. Who the judges are? Do we want to? They gotta wait till tomorrow to find out. What do you guys think?
It's a game day decision
Game
for
time.
one of our judges too. Yeah. So we'll keep them posted tomorrow.
Yeah. You know what? Just to keep everything fully on the up and up.
Because we still have one or two that haven't confirmed yet, so we're trying.
You'll have to. And plus, yeah, it's better. It's better that the battlers don't know exactly who the judges are till game time.
That way they don't get their Cash App or anything funny like that, right?
That's right. I take ice cream as payoff. Just so there's no ice cream payoffs.
Oh, breaking news from Hollywood Ham, baby. There it is. Breaking news.
Put me on the list. I can't hear y'all because I'm out, but I'm coming out of retirement.
Bottle. I'm getting drunk with you, man. Let's go. I don't got no LeBrons, but fuck it, let's go.
Any cops in 2025 are not allowed into my.
Oh no. That's a lifeline.
He knows
any
Dylan's coming, bro.
Any shoe in your collection that is your shoe is allowed.
And not the wipes, right, Hunter? That's rule number 2 in the manual.
Oh, absolutely, bro. I don't not your wife's shoe, not your kid's shoe, bro. It is your shoe. Because if we were to allow that, then I'll use myself as an example. So I don't have a wife. So does that mean I can go to my next door neighbor and use his shoes? Like, it wouldn't be fair.
Right now.
So as long as the shoes are your shoes, I can use them. If it answers the question.
Right here. Check it out. Watch. Bam, on feet today.
What do we got?
Oh no, bro. 8.5. Oh no.
It's just the camera angle.
A lot of shoe.
It's a camera angle.
Right?
It's the camera.
Optical illusion, baby.
It's a camera.
He said, "Damn, I wanted to pay him off." D, I'm sorry, but there's no ice cream payoffs. Cash at me. Payoffs allowed for the battles. Nothing personal. D, Cash App.
Before we cut tonight, I know we did this last week too. We do have next week's battle, at least the opponent set. Do we want to announce?
Yeah, let's hear it.
So next week, we actually have one of them in the chat right now, but we're going to have Mr. Thomas going up against Golden Boy.
Okay. Sheesh.
So 2 heavy-hitting PE owners.
Wow.
Have both agreed to go to 5 next Friday night.
Mr. Thomas is fucking ridiculous, bro. That shit's out of hand.
He just said he was going to use his 2-year-old son shoes. Those would be the cutest little Oregon or Gator shoes ever, but we're going to call you out if we see a size 2 up there next week.
But
yeah, so
be next week's battle.
We have aligned that one. So next week's will be Mr. Thomas against Golden Boy.
Nice.
So we want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. And you guys want to say anything before we end it?
Thank you, Dylan and D, for participating. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
man,
thank
I
you so much.
appreciate you having us.
Awesome. Judges as well.
Area, Joe Dizzle, Dylan, anything you guys want to throw in there?
Nope.
Nope. Other than join the Discord.
There you go.
We'll see everyone tomorrow night. We had a great
9
battle.
o'clock
I'm excited. I'm
tomorrow
excited.
night
9
on
o'clock
Bulldog's
Eastern.
channel. Be there or you're gonna miss the battle. So don't forget, 9 o'clock, Bulldogs for the battle. Then Saturday night, Areas, Saturday Night Fever. Show your sneakers.
Yep.
We'll see everybody tomorrow night. And battlers, come ready.
Have a good night, everyone. Appreciate you
y'all.
guys.